What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Fresh on Clips. It's your boy Noah Baskin.
And Luca Kassab.
We're back better than ever. And same with the Clippers. They're back better than ever. Let's get right into it.
All right, the Clippers have won 8 of their last 11. This puts them up to a record of 10-7, and we're seventh in the West. What do you think, Noah, have been the keys to these victories?
You know, I think that we've been playing more together as a team. And I also think Paul George has really stepped up since our very terrible start. PG since then he's won one Western Player Conference of the Week. Um He's just been amazing overall. He had like a couple down games, but now he's back again. He's just been overall great. And I think when PG's playing well, I think our whole team plays well.
I agree. He's a little streaky, but the fact is, when PG is on, he's on. Let's just talk. We had that stretch where he won Player of the Week. It was the week of Halloween. It started off with his game winner off a 37-point game. And then after that, he
Yeah,
had,
wait, weren't you there?
yeah, I was there. The energy was high.
Wait, how was seeing that in person?
It was
Game
crazy.
winner.
I got it on video too. I'll insert it after this, but the energy was there and the whole arena erupted. It wasn't that full, but it felt like it was a full arena.
Yeah, watching that from home, that was crazy. And knowing you were there, I was wishing I was with you. That was insane.
Yeah. I say also another key to this though, and how we've played as a whole, is just how well Reggie Jackson and Norman Powell have played. Both of them started off really rocky. I was concerned more about Norm, and I was personally one of those guys who was like, if Norm doesn't figure it out, he's gone.
Yes, you
We do
were.
not we do not need a shot chucker. But as of late, him and Reggie both, they're hitting their open shots and they're doing what they have to do because they're both scorers. They're both catch and shoot guys. And if you don't have them hitting shots, what do? Nothing.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
the fact that they are hitting shots and they're helping PG, they're helping Kawhi now that he's back. They're helping the team makes us a better as a unit, and it also makes the opposing teams and their defenders have to play differently, creating open shots for more players as well.
Yeah.
Also, I just feel like the consistent rotations. Yeah, it sucks Robert Covington's not getting minutes, but this is something we knew was going to happen with the depth we have.
Yeah, but I also think with Kawhi's not going to play back to backs. Right now, Luke Kennard is hurt. I just think, people will be in and out of the lineup. So I think Rocco will get opportunities still, but yes, he's way too good of a player to not be playing. So that raises the question, do we trade him?
On the topic of trades, did you see Bleacher Report reported that we've entered the Myles Turner sweepstakes?
I
The
did see
Lakers have
that.
company now.
Yeah, I did see that. But I think Zubac has been so great for that's another reason I think we're winning. Sorry, just to go back to that real quick. Zoo's been one of the most consistent players the whole year. By far his best season of his career. He just looks amazing overall. Zoo's been great offensively and defensively.
Great defender, hook shot master, great
Yeah.
rebounder.
Yeah, but then about Myles Turner, I don't know what my thoughts are on that. Obviously, I'm not against it, having another great defense defender, rim blocker. Just I don't think it would be bad. But who do we trade? Robert Covington and what else? Or is
Probably Covington. It would be Covington and then probably one of Man, Coffee, Luke. Because
yeah,
in my eyes, Morris is untouchable. I think the front
I
office
don't
agrees.
yeah, I don't think Luke should be traded either. I
I
think
don't
Luke
either.
I think Luke is a very key player to our recipe for success. I like your Luke jersey behind you there.
Thanks.
Is it
And the arm
signed?
sleeve.
Is it
Yeah,
signed? Yeah.
signed with the arm sleeve, game worn arm sleeve too.
Damn. How did you get that? That's so cool.
Spurs Clippers last year.
Really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But back to Myles Turner and back to Luke. Luke, I don't want to trade if we're gonna make a Myles Turner trade. As much as I love the dude, as much as I've been preaching, let's get a backup center. Let's give a center an opportunity. Myles Turner is only the guy if we don't have to give up too much.
Yeah.
Fact is, I'm okay giving up Covington. I'm okay giving up one, maybe two picks, but I don't want to trade Luke. I'm not willing to trade Terrence because those two guys are vital to our team success.
Yeah, but we've made so many trades in the past couple of years. Obviously, our team got better from those trades, but I really think this group we have now could really win it all. Like by far the deepest team in the league. Like our bench or even our third stringers could be starting for the Rockets or Magic. Like our
Hey,
team.
you gotta
Yeah,
say the Lakers too. Don't forget that.
yeah, and the Lakers. The Lakers are. I don't even know what to say.
I just think with Myles Turner, the fact is he's averaging 18.2 points, 9 boards, 3 blocks, and he's shooting 50, 40, 83.
Yeah,
The dude could be so good and such a good fit with PG, Kawhi, J Wall, but I don't want to trade too much for him. Roko's cool. I'm okay giving up Roko because yes, he's a great player who deserves to play, but he's just aside from that, I don't want to give up Brandon Boston. He has so much potential.
yeah,
And then we have Terrence Mann, who he's our energy plug. We need the spark plug. And then we have Luke, who last year led the league in 3-point percentage, and this year shooting even better. Shot 45% last year. He's shooting 48 this year.
yeah.
I
Luke
just
is.
think, yeah, I just think that as good as Myles Turner is, and as much as he'd help us, there's no reason to trade some of the guys who we need and who
Yeah,
are clear to our success.
yeah. So just to recap, I think what we're both saying is we don't necessarily need to do this trade. I think if it's there, maybe, but not if we don't give up too much. We got to
Exactly.
keep our core group of guys that have been together for like 3 years now.
I agree 100%. All right, let's get to the last thing. As you mentioned before, Kawhi was hurt. Kawhi's hurt. He's coming back. He's getting the rust off. Kennard, Luke, he has his strained calf. Okay. And then we have PG, who he injured his knee last night, but it doesn't seem like that much of a concern. But based on this, when we're healthy, what should the rotation look like?
Like, would you want me to like name a starting lineup?
Yeah, give me what you think the rotation should look like. Because it's a controversy among everyone. Because we have 12 dudes who I think could play on any team.
Well, I think starting lineup should be Reggie Jackson, Paul George, Kawhi, Marcus Morris, and Zubox.
Let me stop you right there. Are we not one for the Jay Wall start over Reggie train?
You know, maybe sorry, John Wall looked really great off the bench though. The other last game against the Spurs, he had 9 assists in 5 minutes in the first quarter. So that does raise the question though, would he be better staying with the bench or starting? Either way, I don't if John Wall started over Reggie, I would not be upset at all. I just think that Reggie has more of a chemistry with the starters from the past couple of years. So I'm not against John Wall at all. I love him. I think he's been great the whole year. But then off the bench, I think it would be John Wall, Norman Powell, Terrence Mann, Luke Kennard, and either Nico Batum, probably.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I feel Wall has to start. Think with how good Reggie's been and how good Norman's been, as we've touched on before, we always have one of PG or Kawhi on the court. So that's not a concern to me. The fact is, you have Jay Wall starting with PG, Kawhi, more senior, and then Zoo. You know,
The floor
That
would open up.
the floor would open up, and that takes pressure off PG and Kawhi to start the game.
Yeah.
Because right now PG's like our point guard to start every single game.
Yeah.
We have Wall there to begin with, and then we let Reggie, Norm, Luke, three dudes who can score the basketball, come off the
Yeah.
bench and play with one of Kawhi or PG to start. It's gonna open up the floor for them, as well as I think it's gonna increase our team success.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not against that. That would, yeah, and John Wall pushes the pace really well, you know. I mean, this is not a knock against Reggie at all. We both love Reggie.
Yeah.
Just, yeah, John Wall high key might be better for the starting lineup.
All I think it is I think Reggie and John are two different, completely different players. And I think right now, with how John Wall is and the playmaking he brings, as well as just how well he pushes the pace, is the pick over Reggie. Because Reggie's a professional scorer. But him, Norm, Luke playing with Kawhi, because Kawhi's always the one who doesn't play the whole 12 minutes,
Yeah.
plus Batum, then you throw in T Man when we need energy. That lineup off the bench is scary.
Yeah.
That's five dudes who stretch the floor.
Yeah, for sure. That's insane. I'm still really excited for this season. It's just a beginning. Like, yeah, I don't know. I'm so excited.
And don't forget, we got to wait for Kawhi to knock the rust off. When
Yeah.
Kawhi is no longer rusty, we are good.
Yeah. So what are your opinions on the rotation? Do you agree with what I said?
I
Besides the
just, yeah, Wall and
like,
Reggie switch. And then aside from that, I agree. I just think as good as Rocco is, Batum's been with the team longer. And I think
I
that
mean,
Batum's,
there's Batum and Rocco. We couldn't go wrong with like if Batum's hurt. Or like what it honestly it's so hard because we're so deep. Ty Lue has such hard decisions to make. I think he did just go with Batum because Batum's been with us longer and Batum's proven himself to us over and
I
over.
think, I think the thing is Batum's the more physical player. So if we're going to go small, I feel like Batum's the one of the two we want on the court.
Yeah. And I mean last year Robert Covington scored 43 points for us in a game.
Yeah.
And
He's,
this year Batum just went 7 of 7 from the 3-point line. So
yeah.
we can't go wrong with either of them. I just, it's so nice having this depth, especially because we're an injury prone team. But then when we're all healthy, it sucks seeing a guy like Robert Covington not getting minutes. It really does. But, you know, for the long run, I think it's really great.
Health, Clippers problem. But that gets me into this. If we're on the back of a back to back, Kawhi's out. Who do we start over him?
Probably Terrence Mann or Luke Kennard.
Why do you say Terrence? I want to hear the reasoning behind him.
Well, just because Terrence has played with when Kawhi's been out lots and lots. Kawhi's barely played this year. I think team man. I mean, we kind of switch it up.
Luke's been the one who we've had success with. I say we got to continue to start Luke with
Yeah,
that group.
team man or Luke, but like team man's energy and defense, I think would be really great to start off a game. Obviously, Luke is great starting off games too. The
I
other
feel like,
day he had
yeah,
he had a
eight
yeah,
points in the
yeah,
first 6 minutes of the game. I feel like though, what I feel like with Luke is that he opens up the floor more. And he's been better this year defensively. He's still a liability, but he's one of those guys who he's improved.
yeah,
He can hold his own when he has to. And I feel like if we continue to start Reggie with Paul, Luke Senior, and then Zoo to start each game, with then the early sub of T Man, early sub of Norm and Jay Wall. So that's what we always do. That's the best scenario we have without the top five player in this league in Kawhi
yeah.
Leonard.
Oh, what are we in the West right now?
We're
Seventh?
seventh, and we're a game back of the Suns, who are second.
Yeah, I just think, last podcast we talked about are we worried about how we started? We both said not really. You know, I just think this shows why we shouldn't really be concerned. And I obviously, it sucks when we lose. Like, I wish we haven't lost 7 games, but if you take a step back and look at it from a different point of view, the whole West is like really bunched up right now. Like, we could win next game, and let's say the Suns, Mavericks, and Pelicans lose a game. We could jump up to
We'll
third
jump
place.
up
Like,
to fourth, third. It's right now. It's tight. It's early season. We're still trying to
yeah,
see what everyone's like.
yeah. So, I
No
just
concern.
but the way the Clippers looked their last game was probably the best game this year.
I agree with that one. And the fact is, we didn't even get PG in the second half.
And I just saw earlier today, PG is questionable for tomorrow's game against the Jazz, and the Jazz have been one of the best teams in the league.
No Conley tomorrow, though.
Yeah, but who do you think we should start over PG tomorrow?
If PG doesn't play, that means we got to start Terrence Mann because Luke's also out.
Oh yeah,
So then we're forced because I don't want to start Norm and I don't want to start double point guards. So it
Yeah.
becomes Norm and Wall have to stay off the bench. T-Man has to start. No other choice.
yeah. And then
We gotta-
maybe Rocco will get some looks tomorrow.
Yeah. We got a tough stretch coming up. We got Utah, we got Golden State, then we got Denver on Friday. Let's just
Yeah.
hope we can get those.
Yeah, those are three really great teams.
Let's hope we can get those and let's finish this homestand on a strong.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm so excited for this season, I'm like at a loss for words. I just love watching the Clippers.
Me too. All right. Thank you for tuning into this week's episode of Fresh on Clips. See you next week. Thank you. Go Clippers.
Clippers bring it in. 5 seconds to go. Tie game. Seatbelts are fastened. Lou Williams for the win. Bingo!
Oh my goodness.
God, he got it! 1 second left. Clippers by 2.
The three for the tie. Oh my goodness. I don't believe